History is not only the story of wars, kings, and empires. It is also the witness of dazzling palaces, golden halls, and the dramas that unfolded beneath the glitter of luxury. Today, we take you into one of the darkest tales hidden behind the bright face of aristocracy. This woman was remembered not only for her beauty, but also for the tragedy she endured. Her name echoed in the grandest gatherings, the most elegant balls, and on the front pages of newspapers. But a life woven with splendor was often no more than a fragile glass tower. In this documentary, we will uncover the pain behind the sparkle, the loneliness in the shadow of glory, and the unforgettable story of one of the most iconic women of her dynasty. Her story began like that of an ordinary child. Even at a young age, her grace drew the attention of everyone around her. She was educated at the most prestigious schools of her time, growing up surrounded by art, music, and literature. Even as a young woman, she stood out in every crowd, commanding attention wherever she went. But this brilliance would soon determine her destiny. Her beauty caught the eye of aristocratic circles. Everyone wanted to meet her, to invite her, to draw her into their world. And so, the grand yet painful doors of her future began to open. In a short time, she was no longer just a young woman. She became a symbol of her era. Newspapers wrote about her, painters captured her portrait, and her name topped the guest lists of grand soirees. Through her, society defined beauty, elegance, and prestige. But this rise also came with invisible chains. Every step she took, every jewel she wore, every word she spoke was now under the public eye. The price of being an icon was losing the freedom to live her own life. Behind the glittering dresses, the pearls, and the carefully painted smile lay a hidden truth. Even in a crowded ballroom, she was utterly alone. Being the darling of aristocratic society did not always bring happiness. Her name was now linked not only to beauty and grace, but also to scandal and gossip. At every gathering, in every headline, whispers followed her. And often, she found herself at the very center of those rumors. Yet deep inside, she longed for a different life. She wanted to be loved as a person, understood as a woman. But society's expectations never gave her that chance. In the mirror, she saw a radiant face, yet in her eyes lay hidden exhaustion. She was a prisoner, trapped within the very luxury others envied. The brightest moments of an icon often herald the harshest downfalls. And so it was with her life. Society could exalt someone in an instant and cast them down just as quickly. One mistake, one rumor, or one newspaper headline was enough to ruin her reputation. The woman once admired, praised, and sought after was now the target of criticism. The whispers of aristocratic circles turned into bold, unforgiving headlines. And day by day, her loneliness grew deeper. The grand doors of splendor slowly began to close on her. The woman who was once the center of every ball now appeared less and less in public. The blinding lights gave way to dim shadows. And one day, her life ended in tragedy, securing her place in history not only as an icon, but also as a tragic figure. Her story was not only one of downfall, but also of meaning. It reminded the world that behind beauty, luxury, and power lies a fragile human heart. Even today, when her name is mentioned, she is remembered not only as a symbol of elegance, but also as a tragic soul. Her portraits are displayed in museums, her life is written about in books, and documentaries continue to tell her story. For she did not only shape her own time, but she left an imprint that crossed generations. Perhaps that is why her story still resonates. Because her life reveals a truth we often forget. Behind the glittering faces, there are always unseen scars. And the most unforgettable stories of history are often born from those scars. Thank you for watching Dynasty Chronicles. In our next episode, we will uncover the secrets of another dynasty hidden in the shadows of history. Stay tuned.